Am I audible?
Yes, Rashmi. Yeah.
So we'll continue reading the book, The Mind of the Soul by Master Gary and Linda. Today we'll discuss on chapter 17, Harmony. In this chapter, the author talks about the requirement of harmony in relationship. What are the characteristics of harmony and how harmony and spiritualism is connected. So the author says to create harmony with another person, you must care enough about that person to hear her story, share her struggles, and be with her while the parts of her personality that are frightened come to the surface. So harmony is very easy to create with a personality who is loving and caring, but it is difficult when that same personality is angry or judgmental. But we must create harmony with all types of personality. The Titan personality is projected, and at that time, we should create a harmony. Now, author is giving an exercise to understand what is real harmony. So we have to remember a situation, a difficult situation with another person which we have encountered, and we have to ask ourselves, did we create harmony by asking few questions? Like, did I say or do something to make that person feel better, even though it wasn't true? Did I do something so I could feel better? Was my feeling of well being dependent on that person agreeing with me? Did I say what I needed to without blame and anger? Note the answers to all these queries and understand or discover about yourself and about harmony. He says your soul wants harmony with those you consider your friends and those you consider your enemies. So harmony should be, created not only with friends but also with your enemies. So what happens in a friendship, like to please others, we create discomfort in ourselves. We distort our behavior in order that the other person remains comfortable, and you put yourself in a difficult situation. Internally, you feel it is not right, but to please others, you say yes. Then the situation can become, you feel angry, your emotions, but you subside that in anger. Then harmony requires two characteristics: integrity and courage. So we'll talk about how harmony requires integrity. We cannot control other people's authenticity, but we can decide whether we can be authentic or not. Isn't it? Harmony with another person is not always possible, but the intention to create it is. For example, when a friend asks for a favor and you do not feel comfortable saying no, you must choose between your discomfort and your integrity. If you say yes, you are not truly a friend to that person because you do not care enough about him or yourself to say what is important to you. Not only do you fear losing your friendship, you fear asking yourself if it is indeed a friendship. On the other hand, when you are not willing to accept an authentic answer, your relationship is also based in fear. So we have to pause and think what to choose our decision. Are you making yourself discomfort, or you are saying the truth, what you feel from within? And do not fear the outcome or the relationship. Um, And another thing is you create a balance. If two people are in a friendship, you create a balance. The other person is always pleasing or doing things. And then at some point, you blast because there is no balance. One person only continuously pleasing and giving and these, then the relationship gets broken. Author is giving another exercise of friendship and harmony. When you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation with a friend, ask yourself these questions to see if harmony is really what you want to create. The first question, am I doing or saying something to make my friend feel better, even though it isn't true? Am I doing or saying something so I can feel better about myself? Does my feeling of well being depend on my friend agreeing with me? If my friend becomes angry and won't speak to me, will I still feel my intention is to create harmony? Intention is here in this book we have seen earlier also, IN dash hyphen tension. Intention is not an expectation. That is the definition. Okay, relationships are intimate areas in which you encounter frightened parts of your personality and frightened parts of the personalities of others. So, harmony is the intention to heal. Very important that in a relationship, we always encounter the frightened parts of both personalities come across and encountering. In that time, harmony plays an important role to heal it. And another characteristic of harmony is it requires courage. For example, if you care for another, you will not allow him to speak to you disrespectfully, even though looking the other way or making excuses for him may appear to be the easier route. Speaking from your heart without judgment and without expectation is not always easy. It needs courage and integrity. And then the author gives an example that before Linda met Gary, she had a relationship with Tom. She loved him. And they continued their relationship uh, until one day an acquaintance met Linda and revealed that Tom had recently ended an engagement. Listening to that, Linda got shattered and her solar plexus and chest area had a pain, felt intense pain at those area. And the acquaintance, that lady was not knowing that Tom and Linda were in relationship. Just revealed it. But the revelation had an impact on Linda. Linda became fragile. At the same time, she felt soft, glowing warmth in her chest. So she felt the betrayal, and at the same time, she was experiencing that she was also in a betrayer. So the betrayed and the betrayer changed roles and changed back again, and she had played both. So the process is completed itself within her, and the experience of healing was enormous for her. But then later, Tom wanted to meet her, and she drove at her place. So she was thinking whether to meet him because the relationship she felt betrayal and there's a mistrust in. But then she thought that her intention is to create harmony and continue healing, and she decided to meet Tom. She realized that she loved him, but in a different way. She told him quietly that she knew he had been engaged while she thought we were in a monogamous relationship. She told him she loved him and that she was grateful for the gift she received from her experience. She told him that integrity was important to her and that she could not relate with him as before because she could not trust him. As she spoke this, she felt liberated. The words, the truth shall set you free, seemed to run through her, thrilling her. So there was no one to blame. There are no hurt feelings. To nurse for years, she liberated herself. She felt free. So this is how she created harmony between Tom and her. She was at peace with Tom and she still is. Creating harmony does not require you to become a doormat. You require the courage to fail the expectation of others, to object when you feel an objection is appropriate and say no, yes, and maybe without expectations. Now we'll see the spiritualism and the creation. The creation of harmony. The creation of harmony is spiritual activism. You devote your energy to what you believe, but you do not make others wrong, tolerate violence, or contribute to it. Nor do you confuse kindness with weakness or need with love. Harmony is the conscious creation of a loving world. The intention to create harmony is medicine for deep pain. So this completes our chapter on harmony. If you have any question, please unmute yourself, share your experience or inputs. Yes, Ramji.
Thanks a lot, Rashmi ji. Very beautiful meditation. And the topic you are sharing is not easy to explain, to share. However, the the tone, the voice, the energy you are adding during the sharing makes it easier. There is no fastness, but with that ease that you are sharing makes it so easy to connect these things. And very, very beautiful sharings today. Wherever there is fear, then all all the wrong emotions come in, all the wrong way of living come in. Wrong in the sense, not wrong, but that which doesn't take to a joyful or an authentic way of living. So any relationship, it could be between two people, whatever it is, when one is authentic, where there is no fear, and that is from where great things happen. And you see, you have shared about the courage and as well the intention, always having the intention without expectation. Very beautiful, that one, the difference between intention and expectation. So we all need to have always right intentions with no expectations. And as we keep on working it, I feel that we will as well drop the fears. So having an intention and not having any expectation. With that, eventually we can even accept the authenticity and any sharing that comes from any other person. So it's a great sharing. As I said, it's not easy to explain these things. However, you are doing it greatly, that it makes it easier for all of us to connect. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ramji. Absolutely. You have brought the crux that intention and no expectation. It's very important and harmony. Yeah, it's a difficult topic. I know even they had talked about countries and their harmony things, but it was very difficult to understand. I thought let us talk about relationship and these them and harmony's role. Thank you so much, Ramji, for adding your inputs. Anyone else wants to share their experience or input, please feel free to unmute yourself. Thank you, Anandita. Your messages in the chat. Ji, should we end the session if there are no more
Yes,
inputs or sharing?
yes, please. Go ahead.
Thank you all for joining and adding your energies. Thank you so much. Have a miraculous day. And we meet in the evening. Thank you all once again.